Good morning friends. From today onward, we are moving a new era of the solid state devices, that is electronics. The one of the biggest discovery of 20th century is the transistor, and the biggest discovery of 19th century was made by James Clerk Maxwell for electromagnetic theory. So, application of electromagnetic theory and the discovery of modern physics both give the thrust to the development of new era, that is called solid state electronics. In previous lectures, we have discussed about the semiconductors, formation of the bands, application of intrinsic extrinsic semiconductors in the form of diode as application area as rectifiers, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifiers, bridge rectifiers, and then filter and regulator with the help of Zener. So, with covering this part, now let us start a new era of the electronics, that is transistor, then FET, field effect transistor, then IC, integrated circuit, then very large integrated circuit, and finally microprocessor and their combinations onward the electronics era. Now, transistor, as the name implies, the action is, you see, transistor is transfer of resistor. Transistor is basically coined transfer of resistor. So, transfer, this word trans is taken from this part, and resistor means resistance. So, this part ISTOR combined with transistor. So, from action of the device, it was named as transistor. So, today in this part we will discuss about introduction and construction of the transistor. Transfer of resistance from where? From input to output. If output resistance is large, then the potential drop, that is IR. If R will large, then potential drop across the output will be large. So, this one is the transistor. The story begins in 1947. What a coincidence was. Our country get freedom 1947, and the era of transistor also started with 1947. This is the good coincidence of this year. The three scientists, one is William Shockley, other is John Bardeen, and then Walter Brittain. These three scientists, two of the research scholar of Shockley. Bardeen and Brittain was research scholar of Shockley, and they make a secret research in the lab and produce surface contact phenomena, which have the characteristic to transfer the resistance on the surface. And after discovering the new concept, they have patented. After filing patent and acceptance, the secret research opened before the Shockley, and by knowing this, Shockley was very furious, and he was so much annoyed with this development because of the secrecy. Within 9 days of the confirm of this patent and research, he filed another patent with the improvement of bulk phenomena. These two people are research founded in surface phenomena, he cleared it, bulk phenomena. And therefore, either surface or bulk, there is a transfer of resistance. So, with the 1955, all three were awarded with Nobel Prize in this part. So, it is the biggest discovery of the time in the phenomena of this is bulk state rather than surface contact. Surface contact phenomena have very much sensitive towards the environment, and bulk is much more protected. So, it is a robust phenomena. But after this achievement, Shockley was furious and left the project, and then Shockley left the project and started Palo Alto in USA, a new startup, new company. It was named Intel Corporation. So, the founder was William Shockley, and Intel, the biggest hardware company of the day. So, this one is the story of this discovery of transistor. Now, let us see how the transistor is. We have classified NPN and PNP. These two type of the transistors are very popular. But whatever we have the concept of the transistor in our books, these concepts mislead the students. So, we have to make the clear concept regarding the fabrication of transistor. Unless until we are not clear about the fabrication of the transistor, we cannot have a sound idea, knowledge of the action of transistor. It is also unfortunate in our country that there is no hardware device manufacturing unit in our country. So, all the units are under the research project. We have discussed in the previous modules also. So, without getting any delay, let us start the fabrication of the transistor. So, for this we required a SiO2 wafer. SiO2 wafer. This SiO2 wafer is either N type or P type. Means suppose this is N type wafer. N type wafer. So, in this N type wafer, we have to create a transistor. How it is? Very simple. For the second of the construction of transistor, we take the sampling of a plant. When we have to plant during these days, then we have to dig the soil and take it out, and then with some chemicals we put it, and then put the finally plant, and then water and all. Similarly, suppose this one is the wafer, and you see the wafer is say this is 50 micrometer. Wafer is 50 micrometer dimension. Here it is say 75 micrometer or some different part. So, this kind of a wafer piece, and then we try to dig this one, that is RIP. So, what we are doing? We are taking this part is open, this part is open. This is something like that. Suppose this is the object and it is solid, suppose this is solid object, and we take this out, and we bring some materials from this inside. So, what we will find? We have this one is a hollow part inside. So, in this hollow part, we have to deposit some extrinsic semiconductor material of P type. This is P type. Extrinsic semiconductor material of P type in vapor form. This is vapor form. This is vapor form. So, and with this vapor form of p type material. After that, we have also deposited PCVD. PCVD is, this is plasma chemical vapor deposition, plasma chemical vapor deposition. And then this part is N type. This part is N type. This part is N type. So what we find? We find this is the first part, which is N type vapor. This is another part which is very thin, and this is very thin as well as lightly doped p type, and then finally inside is the N heavily doped some, then we can say it is N plus, and then covered it, So we have three terminals, terminal 1, terminal 2, and this is terminal 3. We have three terminals C, B, E, C, B, E. These three terminals is something like this. This is E. E stand for emitter. Here it is base, and this is C. This is base. C stand for collector. So emitter, base, collector, three terminal of a transistor, and this three terminal is N. Here it is P, and then it is N plus. So this is named as N plus P plus N, that is NPN transistor, that is NPN transistor, NPN transistor. Similarly, there is a PNP transistor. If you like to focus this PNP, so we take this one, as P type, this is P type SiO2 wafer, and then we take this common, cut out, we may clear it, this is clear part, and then we have to dope with N type material, N type, and then with plasma enhanced PCVD, this is P plus, so it is P plus. So what we find? This is the base, a very thin base, in this. So this part is P plus N P, that is PNP transistor. So we have NPN transistor and we have PNP transistor. So these are the two basic method of the construction of the transistors. Now, the book gives the information about the transistors PNP and NPN, as if have this is NPN transistor, here it is PNP transistor. Then for sake of simplicity, going to short, we have this block, and just making half of this block. So, this is point C, this point is B, and this point is E. This point is E. So, this is N, this is P, this is N, NPN transistor. Similarly, for the PNP transistor, we have this part and then this part. This is P, N, P have the 3 terminals, emitter, base and collector. So, as we have the concept about the charge carriers, we have electron as majority charge carriers in N type and hole in P type. So, we can draw the symbol. These are the electrons, these are the holes, and again these are the electrons. Again these are the electrons. So, just reverse of this, there is electrons as majority charge carrier and holes in this part. Now, if we take this one, then we can have this is N and this is P. This N and P, if we, this is first block, second, if we see the N and P, this is N and here it is P, this is again P and here it is N. This is N and this is P. So, we have this kind of the representation with this value 3 CBE. So, this block, these two blocks can be expressed in terms of arrow. Which kind of the arrow? These are the arrow. This represent P, this represent N, this represent P, this represent N. So, this is the 2 diodes, this is the 2 diodes and here it is point E, this is C. So, we are saying that diodes are back to back connection, and if we comes to this side, so we find this is this is back to back again. It can be expressed as this can be expressed as two diodes. Here it is front to front. This is the front to front. Again, this is B, and here it is C. Now, if we simplify these, then we can have this type of a diagram. This is now up to this, both the diagrams are very similar. Both the diagrams are very similar. But we have to keep in mind the two things. One, as per the dimension and as per the doping concentration. The dimension is the bigger part is something like tub. Collector is the bigger part. Bigger part means this part. The whole part is, this is collector. The whole part is, this is collector. In NPN, in this whole part of the collector in PNP. So, this whole part is represented by C, collector. So, that is why in a simple form, we can express this as, if length LC, this is length LC, length of collector, and here it is LE, this is length of emitter, and this part is LB, length of base. So, what we find? We find LC is greater than LE is greater than LB. LC is greater than LE is greater than LB. This is very important. This important concept means we see these two, LE and LC, we have to keep in mind by pointing these things from here. Suppose this is LC and here it is LE, then we keep in mind that this LC must be greater than LE. This is a very finer point. The finer point means, you suppose this is line and this is the midpoint. So, the collector touch, this point should be greater than this point, greater than this point. This indicates that collector length is greater than emitter length. This indicates that, which is very important for us. So, in this case also, this is the LC and this is LE. So, LC is greater than LE, LC is greater than LE, the final distance. The second point is regarding the doping concentration. The doping concentration in emitter is large in comparison to collector, and both are greater than in comparison to base. So, if we have D of E, D of C and D of B, doping concentration. So, for doping concentration, D of E is greater than D of C is greater than D of B. D of B. The highest value of doping in emitter can also be represented as N plus. And the same concept is also applicable in this case. If D of E, if D of C, if D of B, so D of E is greater than D of C is greater than D of B, doping. So emitter, that is the part, this is the emitter, it is P plus, N plus. This is P plus and this is N plus, this doping concept. So this symbol of P plus and N plus represented in this form N plus P N, and this is P plus N P N. It is for the doping concentration. It is for the doping concentration. The doping concentration. So we have length dimension, we have doping concentration, we have the representation, and the last point which is very important about the circuit symbol. This part is circuit symbol. So we are very much comfortable about the distinguishability of emitter and collector. One has the arrow in, other has the arrow out. How to differentiate? In the objective type questions, it is being used to ask which one is the correct circuit symbol of NPN or PNP. So for that purpose, we have to remember with some mnemonics, NPN. In roughly, this NPN is try to understand not point in. Try to understand not point in. So this is point in. Point in means this type point. Point in towards the base, अंदर की तरफ. But before that there is a knot. Before that there is a knot. This indicate point अंदर की तरफ नहीं है. तो point कहाँ है? Point बाहर की तरफ. Point बाहर की तरफ. ये. This is the NPN. This has to keep in mind. So it is very confuses कि how to distinguish. Once you are putting this, and this is also very clear that this terminal, arrow terminal is assigned only on emitter, that is point out. So in reverse of this, there is PNP. So it is very clear now. If N is outside in NPN, arrow is outside in NPN, then in PNP, arrow is inside. Arrow is inside. So arrow is inside means this is the arrow. This is the arrow of PNP. Point in. This is point in place. Point in place. Point in place. जो point करेंगे वो inside करेंगे towards the base. So from this comparative chart of PNP and NPN, we have to keep three. The first is that is the arrow is outside in NPN, here in PNP, first and foremost. The second point is the length, touching length from base. Suppose this is the base point, so it is middle, base is in the middle. So collector is from this point, so emitter is more nearer to base, terminal. This indicates about the this part whole. This whole part is bigger. Collector is bigger. Collector means collect the charge carriers, irrespective of its nature, either it is electron or hole. And the third point is doping concentration, means the doping of emitter is more than the doping of collector and base. So, the 3 points, what are the 3 points? You have to remember, remember 3 points. First is arrowhead, third is distance, and third is doping. Doping concentration in the transistor. So, this is about the introduction and construction of a transistor. This is the introduction and construction of the transistor. On the next lecture, we will start about the band structure and current component of the transistor. Thank you.